It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Northern Monk Brewing Company, and it's a can of their Patrons project. It's with Pilot this time, Pilot Brewing, Sarah Harris, and it's a deep fried caramel chocolate bar stout coming in at 6.5% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. Caramel, chocolate, vanilla. There's a little description on the can there. Without further ado, oh, Edinburgh, there's Edinburgh Castle. I've been to Edinburgh. I brewed a collaboration with Top Out Brewery there a few years ago. What a wonderful place Edinburgh is. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. Oh, look at this. Northern Monk have got this in them. They've got this kind of like wacky, like let's brew something really different. When I brewed my collaboration with Northern Monk Brewing Company and Rob Derbyshire from Hop Scene on YouTube, check him out. We did a custard cream pale ale where we smashed up a load of custard cream biscuits and we made a pale ale out of it. And it was really good. It was a really, really good beer. Yeah, so Northern Monk, they're not the type of brewery to go, yeah, come up and brew a pale ale. Or come up and brew an IPA. They're the type of brewery to go, bring some chocolate bars and we'll deep fry them and then we'll chuck them in a beer because that's what we do. Brilliant. Brilliant. Big fan. And they're all such lovely people as well. I've met Russell, the owner. Lovely, lovely people. We got a 2-finger tan coloured head, jet black beer in the glass, good levels of carbonation. Look at that. Doesn't that look? The presentation on the beer alone is just wonderful. Really wonderful. Let's get the aroma. Oh. It smells like a chocolate bar. It just smells really milky and lactosey, and but then again it like chocolate powder, like they've added a load of chocolate powder into this beer. Wow. It's got me salivating. It's got me salivating here. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to put that down. Stone the Crows! Stone the Crows, what a fantastic beer. Chocolate, coffee, caramel flavours coming through, but then there's a richness. There's a real richness of that. A rich / sweetness with that chocolate kind of bar flavour coming through. It really does come through. Or almost like a cloying sweetness on the palate. Not too much bitterness, and I'm gonna search for the bitterness. Actually, let's read. Right, chocolate bar stout. I'm just kind of like just stepping back a bit now. I'm almost like my brain's going. I got the old. I can feel the cogs going around in my brain, because if you think about a stout, no matter what you throw at a stout, you will never get away from the roastiness of a stout. The amount of roasted malt needed for this beer, unless the sugars from the chocolate have done the trick, to get this to 6.5% ABV, this should be vinous qualities coming through. This should be real kind of bitter roasted malt flavours coming through, and all I'm getting, let's double check. Yeah, it's a bit roasty. It's a bit roasty. I'm not gonna. I was about to be hypercritical. Maybe what I will say, but then again, it's a deep fried milk chocolate stout, so maybe I don't say anything. I tell you what I'll say. If you're a chocolate lover and you love beer, you'll love this. If you like more sweet beer rather than bitter beer, you will love this. I might even be able to pass this off to my sister or my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law, in this virus crisis, I call it, of April 2020, March and April 2020, in the Western world anyway, my mother-in-law didn't worry that she ran out of potatoes or she ran out of carrots or anything else. She was more worried that she ran out of her sweets. And I was like, she almost went into panic mode that she ran out of her sweets. And I was kind of like, that's just mental. That's just mental. But each to their own. So you can imagine my mother-in-law, who doesn't like bitter stuff, she likes eating sweets and things like that. You know, you won't really see her eating too much broccoli and sprouts and stuff. You know, it's just not to her taste. She'll go for sweets. I might be able to pass. This beer is very sweet. It's very sweet. I might be able to pass this over to my mother-in-law, who hates beer because of the bitterness, and she may like this. She may like this beer. It's not for everybody. I don't think it's for everybody. I think I think if you're a craft beer lover, generally you will like stout, and generally you will like the more kind of grapefruity, bitter, kind of double dry hop beers type of thing, if you're into craft beer. So when it comes to this being as sweet as it is sweet. It really is. It may not be for you. It may not be for you. But as I said earlier, it's down to you to pick up the can and read the can and decide whether the beer is for you in the bottle shop or on your online order. And it is a deep fried caramel chocolate bar stout. So yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. I'm gonna rate it. First couple of mouthfuls, I was like, yeah, I like this. I like the fact it's a deep fried caramel chocolate bar beer thing. But the more I drank it, the more I was like, oh, it's getting a bit too sweet. It's getting a bit too kind of cloyny and sweet. But that's me. That's me. You're you. I'm me. You might like sweet things. If you like sweet things, buy this beer. But for me, it's a 6. It's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our beer and food and daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.